You guys, I've been sitting here talking for like 30 minutes and I forgot to hit the damn record button. Hi, welcome to my life. Wednesday at the wound care doctor, I forgot my birthday. And later that day at the optometrist, I forgot that 8 was not a letter. So yeah, hello, hi, I'm Misty. It's nice to meet you. Welcome to my channel. So today, I'm sharing a weigh-in. And I'm gonna preface this by saying that I'm gonna explain how and why I've gained weight. They're not excuses, it's just my life. It's just what happened. So let me play the little clip. I didn't film it because I didn't want to set up my tripod. I can't bend over. Didn't want to set up my tripod. So I'll just insert the voice recording right here. It is Friday, December 6th.
Hello. It's ready. £401.4 pounds.
I'm 401 pounds. And that is a 44-pound weight gain from last October. And that's really been since, I'd have to go back and listen to my last weigh-in videos, but I think most of that weight gain has been from like March on. So it's been rough. And yeah, it's been rough. So for those of you who are new, let me catch you up real quick. Started keto March 2017 to get off insulin because I'm type 2 diabetic. Developed myasthenia gravis, and then so in September I'd got myself off insulin, but I went on immune suppression therapy, and the immunosuppression therapy that I was taking was mycophenolate, also known as Cellcept. Cellcept is known to cause hyperglycemia, and those who take it for transplant rejection have been known to develop type 2 diabetes just from that. So it started causing hyperglycemia in February of 2018. And so my blood sugars started being elevated. They were elevated for almost an entire year before we realized it was the mycophenolate. But by that point, my A1C was 10.9 and I had to go back on insulin. And so I think I remember filming an update video talking about having to go on insulin and how I knew my weight loss was going to stop. For type 2 diabetics, and not everybody is the same way. There are some type 2 diabetics who take insulin who are thin, but a lot of people who are type 2 diabetics are not thin. We're not thin because our body has something called insulin resistance. And our body produces, like our pancreas will throw out some insulin, no problem. Our body just doesn't use it effectively, which is different from a type 1 diabetic whose pancreas doesn't produce any insulin or doesn't produce enough, and they have to have insulin to live. So a type 2 diabetic who's on insulin we don't need insulin to live. We need insulin to help our insulin that we create go into our cells correctly so we can lower our liver isn't dumping out so much glucose. I think that's the science behind it, but I'm not a scientist or medical doctor. So don't take anything I say in this video as medical advice. So also around that time, I saw my endocrinologist in February, I'm pretty sure. And in March, I had to bump up my Lyrica. So Lyrica is a nerve pain medication. I have a pinched nerve in my neck and I have an aggravated nerve in my thoracic spine. And I just can't not be on nerve pain medicine. I just can't do it. So we up my dose. So the dosage I'm at also causes weight gain. So unfortunately, I can't seem to control the weight gain because it's not something that I'm personally doing. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating as fuck for me to get on that scale and hear 400 pounds because I haven't been 400 pounds in 2 years, and it's been so frustrating. I've been so frustrated with my body this year. I've been in the hospital, I've been in the hospital 3 times since June. And I had to go to the emergency room 1 time. So 4 trips to the hospital in less than 6 months has just been challenging. And I think I'm going to film a video about, how to survive when your health goes to shit or whatever. I'll probably come up with a better title than that. But it's been hard, and you guys can see, it's December 6th when I'm filming this. We haven't decorated for Christmas. We're not doing Christmas this year. Rob and I aren't exchanging gifts. I'm buying some gifts for my brother and my niece. But other than that, we're not decorating or anything like that. And that's really hard for me. And I know people are like, that's not the real meaning of Christmas, blah, blah, blah. But Christmas is my happy place. I love Christmas. I love decorating for Christmas. I can sit and just look at my Christmas tree with the lights off for hours and be perfectly content. So I do miss that. I really do miss that. And it's been really hard. I had that surgery on October 8th. So Sunday will be 2 months. And I was healed. The day I graduated physical therapy, it all went to shit because the incision had opened back up. And then I had to spend 2 more nights in the hospital. And finally, I'm into wound care. And it's been almost a month since I was in the hospital the last time. And I still have a fucking hole in my back. And so I'm just really, really frustrated. I'm so frustrated about it. And just ready for things to slow down, really slow down. Before I go any further, thank you, Jean, for this mug. I was going to drink out of it today, but I got an iced coffee when I went to get my haircut and then my blood drawn. Got my hair did. First time in 2 months I've been able to get a haircut. I really shouldn't even be going out in public because I'm at a risk for infection, but I told her I couldn't handle it. Now I'll insert a picture of what I just couldn't handle it. It was getting too long, and I just couldn't handle it. So I cuss a little bit. You're just gonna have to get over it. Anyway, so I've just been really frustrated, and it's anyway, it's just been frustrating. It's been so frustrating and disheartening, and when the nurse was like, this isn't healing, you're gonna have to see wound care, I was like, fuck my life, seriously. I was like, can we just deal with this problem? And I went and so Wednesday I had an appointment with a wound care doctor at 8 a.m. and an appointment with my PA for my surgeon at 10 a.m. They're in the same complex, UT Southwestern. So saw the wound care doctor, and she was like, let's do collagen and everything. She didn't have to debridement. Thank goodness, which means remove the dead. It wasn't bad. It was clean. It wasn't infected. So we've been doing a really good job of keeping it that way. And then I went and saw, so that was over at 8:30. So we went ahead and went to the other building to see if they could see us sooner, and they could. And then we went to Durant later in the afternoon to go get my glasses, to go see an optometrist so I could get some glasses. And so the victory for that day, I walked over 3,000 miles. In fact, I'd walked 3,000 miles. Ow, flip. 3,000 steps before noon that day. That was the first day in probably 2 years that I walked unassisted. I still have a little bit of a limp. I've been having pain shooting down my left leg. I don't know what that's about. I don't know and it started the same time I started having issues with my neck. But that was the first time I'd done that. That's the first time I'd walked into the surgeon. That's the same building as my neurologist. That's the first time he's seen me up and walking without assistance. So, that's a win. To me, that's a win. And I celebrated it, and Rob and I talked about it. Of course, yesterday I barely could move, but, I couldn't push my rollator because I've been having neck issues. I don't know if I mentioned that, and I'm not sure when it started. I think it started started right around Thanksgiving, maybe the week, like right after. Well, that was just last week, wasn't it? It started last week, right before Thanksgiving, I think. I've been having really strong pain in my neck, and I have a disease in my spine that causes that. So it's just like when we get one thing fixed, then something else breaks. And I think I would have an easier time dealing with it if it was something that I caused, but it's hereditary. Like there's no, it's just the luck of the draw that's causing these issues. So I'm just so frustrated. Like I'm just so frustrated. I gained back all my weight, like I mentioned. So I had to buy new clothes because I did a huge purge last year and purged all of my fat clothes. I mean, I'm still fat, but you know what I mean. And I was like, I gotta buy new clothes. So I bought some new tops from Torrid, and I bought some new jeans from Old Navy, and I had to buy another fucking pair of 30s. And I'd just been in 22s and 20s. So it's like, it's very frustrating. I'm very frustrated. And then, so yeah, so for the wound, they're doing the collagen, silver, and then I got a abdominal wrap. It's a girdle. Be here today. She seems to think, it was so funny, because she was trying to say in a very nice way that my fat was causing the tissue to open. So because my back fat looks like boobs when you look at my my scar, but when that moves around, then it causes the tissue that's been healed to open back up. So she said, compression or whatever it's called. I don't remember. Anyway, so I bought a girdle. It'll be here today. So hopefully that will help it heal up. But just bless her heart. It's like, she was trying to say my mass, my moving mass was causing the back. And I just really wanted to say, you can just say my fat is moving around and causing it to do it. It'll be okay. So yeah, my nurse and I were laughing about that today. So I can still find humor in everything that's happening, but I'm just ready to get my health back on track. Like I'm ready and I have no control over it. And I'm a Taurus, and I need a little bit of control. I need a little bit. So anyway, I can't remember what I've said in this video and what I talked about in the last video. So if I'm rambling and repeating myself, I really apologize for that. So going forward, like I mentioned, I see the wound care doctor on the 23rd. So just right before Christmas, which is about 2 weeks away. So hopefully when I see them again, this has closed up a bit more. Like I said, she didn't debride it. I think that's the word. She said, well, she's like, I could, but, and I said, I have to do a 4-hour round trip today. Like, could you not? Luckily we had a pillow that we had taken from the hospital. The orderly was like, here, take this pillow. You're going to need it. And I literally put it behind my head because my neck is just out of control. I bought a heating pad. I've been using a neck massager. Like, I will link all that stuff below. That's what I told the PA, Jake. I was like, listen, because my initial appointment with them was supposed to be about my neck. And then the herniated disc happened. So, and I had the appointment to see them before the disc happened. And I was like, listen, we got to talk about my neck. I was like, because I can't. And he suggested physical therapy. He suggested deep tissue massage. What else did he suggest? I said, what about an injection? He's like, you have to talk to your pain management doctor to see if they will do that. So I'm going to make an appointment if I'm not better by Monday. I mean, it's just been this whole thing. And it's just been really rough. Like I can't do anything. I can't bend, I can't lift, I can't twist. Every single movement feels like it's going to open right back up. So it's been hard. I don't know that I've been depressed. Maybe I have been, but I've just been like, I'm tired, I'm tired. It's been just since June, it's just been one thing after another. And I'm just really tired. I just need things to calm down give me at least 6 months. I mean, I would appreciate 2020 to be the easiest year of my life. Let me turn 42 in peace, please. But Yeah, so as far as weight and my goal for losing weight is, I don't know if you guys have been following me on Facebook or Instagram, but I've been sharing some pretty low numbers and some pretty high ketones. 0.7, which is pretty high for me. I think the most, well, minus the DKA, I think 0.9 was the highest I've been when I wasn't, you know, in diabetic ketoacidosis. But, you know, just everybody's like, well, what are you doing? And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's been 6 months since I moved from mycophenolate to azathioprine. And azathioprine doesn't have the same side effects as mycophenolate, and it takes a good 5 to 6 months for those medications to start working in your system. So here we are, like I've got the CellStep mycophenolate out of my system, and so hopefully now I can start weaning myself back off insulin. So I just want to put this out here again. I am not a doctor. I didn't even stay at a Holiday Inn last night. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. You know, I have a really close relationship with my medical doctor. I mean, he's literally a block away. I'm really good relationship with my endocrinologist and his nurse. So, you know, this is something that I have, like, people monitoring me doing this. So I'm going to start titriculating down, I think that's the right word, off of insulin, because it doesn't make any sense for me to take 100 units of insulin at night and then wake up with my numbers in the 70s. That's a little bit too low for me. 90s is pretty okay. 80s, I start getting a little shaky. 70s, no, thank you. So, so I'm gonna start decreasing my insulin level. I've been eating very, very cleanly for the most part. I have been having, I had a salad the other night. So I'll have a salad here or there. I have mushrooms here or there. Like, I'm still jalapenos, so I'm still having some vegetables, but I'm not having one every meal. And that may change, I don't know. But hopefully weaning myself off the insulin will help the weight start to come off. And I have decided I'm gonna weigh in maybe every other week. I haven't decided that, but I'm gonna do my damnedest not to let that number define my journey, because it's just a number. It doesn't tell me how healthy I am. It doesn't tell me if I've lost any inches. It doesn't tell me what size clothes I need to wear. So my biggest, what is going to take my most concentration is my clothing size. I want back in those 22s. I want to wear the 2X tops I bought from Old Navy. I want to be back down at that size, just because I want to have clothes to wear. Plus, I don't know. I want to be as close to 300 as possible by the end of 2020. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I'm able to get back off insulin. And being back off insulin would mean that I was diet controlled. And I just want to put my diabetes in remission through my diet and not have to resort to, a surgery or something like that. So that's kind of my plan. I am going to go back to filming some full day of eatings. You guys seem to enjoy those. I don't know if I'm going to count macros. I haven't really quite decided if I'm just going to keep doing carnivore and do all meat, if I'm going to try to set a macros, if I'm going to start tracking. I haven't really decided that part of the journey, because I just feel like I have too much on my plate, and it's just one more thing that I don't want to have to keep track of. The nurse is here every 3 days. I'm having to go through all these doctor's appointments. It's a thing, right? So I just want my focus to be getting back off insulin and just having a 2020 that is much better than 2019 was, because Lord have mercy on my soul. It was rough. So yeah, 19 minutes of a rambling mess. I have no idea if it made any sense. So the Cliff Notes version is, I'm fat again. I'm over 400. I'm hoping and praying that I can get my blood sugar down consistently and get off insulin, keep my ketones high. I'm thinking about, how I want to proceed with my way of eating and those kinds of things. So yeah, I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. If you're here in the US, hope you survived Black Friday and you're, you know, trying not to stress with the holiday season. Like I said, I will link, the scale's already linked down below. I'm pretty sure it goes up to 500 pounds and it was like $35, hella cheap, really good. I will link my neck massager and my new neck heating pad down below as well. If you're looking for a keto meter, like a ketone meter, the Keto Mojo is also linked down below. All of those are affiliate links, by the way. I earn about a penny if you buy anything from those links, but thank you if you do. So yeah, so I will see you guys one day next week. I don't know which day. I'll have to decide. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna weigh in every week, weigh in every other week. I'm not really sure. I gotta think about it. But anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.